Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat, filling in for Pat today as he is gone Bigfoot hunting up in the Northwest. Keith Malinak here as usual on the Pat Gray Unleashed program, just like it says on the wall behind me. There's one thing I will say, just as a side note, before we even get started today on what's happening around the world, because we talked yesterday about the Puerto Rican power outage and the hurricane Fiona. I mean, they are dark in Puerto Rico now. Hurricane Fiona did some damage to Puerto Rico. We had Typhoon Wnba make landfall in Japan. Wnba, Nanmadol.
Who's naming typhoons?
I don't know. Bill names typhoons in Japan. And then we had a 6.9 and a 6.5 magnitude earthquake hit Taiwan. Then we had the 7.5 earthquake that shook Mexico. Buildings swayed. They evacuated buildings in Mexico City. I watched some footage of some of the evacuations, and the alarms were going off, and they had all these people out in the streets, and I thought, well, I guess that's a good idea, but because you don't want them in the building if the building falls. But if the building falls, I don't want to be on the street either.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what the best move is there.
That's a no-win situation.
Right. Really, really strange. However, now back to my side.
The World Meteorological Agency names typhoons.
That's what I said, Bill.
I'm sorry. Bill at the World Meteorological Agency names typhoons.
There's something about this room, and I hate to complain about Pat Gray Unleashed broadcast studio. Here at Mercury Studios, Blaze Television and Radio Network, because this room is, a big part of the broadcast facility.
I mean, it kind of happens.
Has been.
Yeah.
It has been for quite some time. I mean, when we first moved here to Texas, these were our rooms. I mean, I was in the other room forever.
I have worked in this room every day for a decade now, yes, since we moved to Dallas.
There is something in this room that makes this room particularly that just clogs me up. I can't breathe. It's unbelievable.
Where is the angel chorus music? I've been complaining about the air in this room from the minute I stepped foot in it. Thank you.
No one listens to you, though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you. So you're stuffed up because you're in here so much now.
I've been on your side.
Yeah.
For a while now.
Yeah. Sure. Not at first.
No, not at first.
I got it.
Not at first.
I got it. Well, welcome.
We may have been mocking going
on.
But
you have. Absolutely. So you're saying that you've spent a lot of time in here lately.
Yes.
And you're realizing that what they put up behind this wall, it's between this and the other wall. Trust me, I've got this figured out. Nobody cares, like you said.
Oh, yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll live with it. I'll take it some kind of allergy medicine. I don't like taking the allergy medicine, though, because that dries you out because it screws up my voice.
Wait until they do an autopsy on us and peel whatever's in our lungs right out.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about what's in your body right now. But
I don't want an autopsy. I just want to step over me and keep going. I don't want anybody to know.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Fine.
No, your family should donate your body to science. Think of the discoveries.
Yeah. I've always, thought about going to the body farm, getting shipped to the body farms.
Yeah.
They test you. I mean, I would love to tour a body farm, to be honest. Do you know what those? I mean, there's several around the country. You put your body at the body farm, and they test it different ways, how long it takes you to decay, what bugs come out of you.
So it's not just universities individually doing this. You're saying they are wholesale places.
I think most of them probably are connected to the universities, and I don't know how many there are around. And
they just run experiments on you.
Enough to find out, but yeah, they run experiments on
how the dignity, though. I don't know, dignity and death. I mean, at some point, right?
Well, we've got this 800-pound man here. He died 3 months ago. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I know.
But I'm sure it's very helpful, too.
Absolutely.
And if the person whose body it is gave consent, then go for it.
Absolutely. And that's maybe where the Queen is right now, as a matter of fact.
I don't think that's where the Queen is.
She's finally buried.
They did that finally.
She's finally
By the way, I
buried.
would like to point out that Overtime did post before she was buried.
Yes, it did.
As predicted.
And I will say what was hilarious about it is that yesterday, all the networks were carrying the funeral, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And CNN was, they were 24/7. Don Lemon was there. It was his new morning, promoting his new morning show. And CNN was there the entire time. I never saw a commercial. And after we talked about how long is this procession, I opened up the guy, look up, and they finally went to a commercial. They dropped the picture-in-picture. The procession was down in the corner, and they went to a commercial.
Like, look, we got to pay some bills at some point.
Go to the commercial. Just go to the commercial. Okay, this is never going to end. Go to a commercial. They're in India. They're coming back to England. Just go to a commercial. It was incredible. It's finally done. I see, Charles is off mourning alone in Scotland now, quietly.
Oh, no.
Ugh. And did you see where...
Let's have it.
I will have a Royals special this weekend on Chewing the Fat.
Okay.
Saturday, because Cruz and I are going to do a Royals special.
Oh, nice.
On Chewing the Fat for Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that because he's been on a trip, so I haven't been able to do any big Royals
Where did
talk.
Cruz go?
He went on some cruise. Seriously, Cruz went on a cruise, yeah. And they were, in the Middle East and all over the place. Ugh, who knows?
How many ports you get in the Middle East? Pretty dry.
You pull in and they ship you off, and you just wander around a while, and pretty soon you go, "Hey, there's another ship. All right, we're on. Let's go.
I see.
Go back."
So you're going to do a
so
special?
I have a Royal special coming up. But I see. Did you see where?
Probably not. If it was involved with the funeral.
Really?
No. So you have to enlighten me.
All right, fine. Because Biden was there, of course.
Oh, I saw him. I saw a picture of him playing with his tongue or something.
And he was. It was awesome where they sat him.
Oh.
Now, if you want to talk about the falling of America.
I read.
The falling of America. Now, I guess you say, okay, well, the family is a big family, but we have the picture of him. He's like 14 rows back.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. It looks embarrassing. He sat behind the Polish leader.
Oh.
Behind the Polish leader.
Oh.
Directly in front of the Czech Republic, and Jill sat next to the president of Switzerland, and they were 14 rows back. There's one shot that's, you see how dramatic it is, how far away it was. Now they gave him an aisle seat, so I guess that's
in case the
good.
Depends start acting up. Excuse me, I gotta shuffle off to the bathroom.
Then I don't blame him for leaving. Because the procession was 8 hours or 10 hours long or whatever it was. So he was. I think Joe was back in America by the time they buried the Queen yesterday, which is very possible.
Yeah. My goodness.
But I don't know if I just felt bad. I felt bad for him. I felt bad for us as Americans.
Okay, you can feel bad for America. Don't feel bad for this punk.
All right. No, I'm not feeling bad for him, though.
All right.
We gave him an aisle seat. 14 rows back.
Yeah, I looked for video of him playing with his tongue. All I could find was a still shot of him going, something like that. And people were like, Joe Biden embarrasses America again. And everything was just a still shot. It wasn't a video.
Right.
So, anyway.
It's just bad.
Look at that, man. He's gone. Look at that. There's nothing up there.
I know. And, and Jill, every time I see them together, it just makes me more angry because she's just the
enabler.
That's good. We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it with the enabler.
Oh, we don't want to run through a whole bunch of adjectives? Because I got them. Fine. Oh, I got plenty for Jill.
That's fine.
No,
all
right.
Call it the enabler.
I'll just drink my coffee.
Just agonizing. And I see, congratulations are in order. This is the only show that recognizes the WNBA. The championship happened. We should have congratulated the Las Vegas Aces for their win as the champions of the WNBA.
Woo!
I know. Congratulations for their dramatic 78-71 win over the Connecticut Sun in Game 4. I know, and it's the first win in franchise history. And it's a major professional title for the team in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So
look at that.
Congratulations. And I'm sure that at least 10 people watched it because it was Sunday.
I was going to say, oh my gosh. Did they do that? Hold on. A compare and contrast of audience sizes of week 2 of the NFL
I know.
versus the WNBA championship game. Oh my gosh, what are the ratings?
I know. Well, they probably got a couple 100,000 anyway, right? Because they were up against. I mean, they've been playing up against the NFL Thursday and Saturday, college on Saturday.
Wow,
So
why do they do that?
I don't know.
Why do they want to hurt?
I don't know.
So the average draw for the WNBA finals, I don't believe this. 594,000.
Ooh, I don't know that I buy that either. But that's. I think that's. I remember them saying that was for the playoffs, right?
That was for the whole
average
series.
Okay.
The finals.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Okay, so the average is 500,000. They're not drawing that on Sunday. Sorry, no, that's not happening. No, that is not happening. I don't believe that. But okay, all right. Congratulations, anyway. You got it. And that was probably up from the last couple of years, the last few years, right? 500,000's got to be up for them. Those numbers were up because we saw. I did a story about how they were excited about having being up by 20 or 30% over the last few years for this season.
What time was that game on Sunday? Because you watched it.
I apologize for not knowing.
I was just trying to compare it at the same exact time of day to rando NFL game.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, this is last year. Well, I don't know, but okay, yeah, all right. Last year it was 18 million on week 2 for NFL.
Oh, okay. Just made me nervous for a second.
What do you mean? Like, I think that was.
Start talking millions. You're not talking the WNBA.
No. So there you go.
Yeah,
it was
not even close.
Yeah,
not even close. Hey, you know what we should make today too is I didn't promote it, but it's kind of like it's Tuesday. If you're listening live, it's the 30th of or the 20th of September, 2022. So I should make it just Unofficial Trucker Tuesday.
Nice.
So
love the truck.
888-900-3393 is the phone number. Just call in. Let me know how it's going out there. Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. I want to talk to my truckers. I mean, we heard a whole bunch about how important the rail workers were in the last few weeks, and they still are. The truckers are really the heart of America. Railroad is the lifeblood. And hey, when they were saying the railroad were going to go on strike, we were saying how good the truckers were. We were back to loving the truckers all over again. But we needed like 467,000 more long-haul truckers just to make up the shortfall for the railroad strike if they were going down. So, the railroad is all happy now. Well, maybe. They got a 24% increase, right? They got bonuses. They get back pay. The contract is 5 years, but it goes back to 2020. I think.
What does that mean? Do they just get lump sum
so they
reimbursement?
Get retro. I think so.
Okay, and have the workers approved this for sure?
I feel like
I'm not hearing anything.
I know.
About that.
I feel like the workers are still. It's like in limbo.
Well, the agreement is you won't strike while the vote's still going on.
Right. So, and there were a couple of the unions that were impacted that weren't going to be part of it. Right, so they were like, yeah, well, we're just okay. We kind of agree, but we don't. So I don't know that they've ratified it. So, yeah, I guess it's done. But okay, I mean, a 24% increase in pay, pretty good over the next few years. Plus, they got the back pay and bonuses. They were getting anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. Right, bonuses, no problem. Which, okay.
Well, I'm still sitting at trains as I gallivant about.
Yeah, no, they never stopped here.
So
they never stopped here.
So that's going to be my cue.
And I, to be honest, there's one track that I have to wait on frequently, and they bring in coal. I'm happy to wait. Bring in my energy that you're charging me double for now, anyway. No problem though. It's okay. I am happy to pay double for my power bills. Happy about it. Oh man, it makes me just smile when I pay double for energy, and it's going to get better. So
Wow, then you're going to have a lot of reasons to smile.
I know. That's what I'm
future.
saying. I know. It's going to get better.
Interesting. Hot take.
So I want to talk to the truckers. How's it going? I see we have robot trucks out there now. I see them on the road. There's humans sitting in the cabs for now. But I don't think.
How do you know they're robot? Do they say it on the side?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they say an autonomous truck.
No.
For whatever company, and you see the cameras all around and stuff. There's a picture. I took a picture of the one not too long ago. It's in the system, but I don't worry about trying to find it. But they're out there, yeah. And I see the guy. Now that's a gig to have. The robot truck driver.
I mean, there was a Simpsons episode 20 years ago where Homer literally just did that.
That's a job. That's a gig for now. For now it is, right? Until everybody feels safer about having them on the road without a human behind the wheel. And that will happen. That will happen soon enough. But anyway, Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. So 888-900-3393. Call. Let me know how it's going out there. Love to hear from you. Plus, today on Overtime, we're going to talk to Joel Strasser, who is a multiple Guinness World Record holder.
Oh, cool.
And I'm excited to talk to Joel again. I talked to him a couple of years ago on Chewing the Fat. So I think he has at least 2 or 3 more Guinness records since I've talked to him. And he was also on...
You're jealous, aren't you?
I'm very jealous. In fact, I barely want to talk to him. I hate him. I hate him when I'm talking to him. I know.
Truth comes out.
I know. Well, what are you going to do? And you talk about bonuses that the railroad was getting. I see where Honda, the Marysville Honda Motors plant in Ohio, were given their bonuses. And then the bosses said... we overpaid you, so we're going to want our money back.
Bank error in your favor.
Not for long, though. No, sorry. They don't know. We're not clear how much the overpayment was for each person because I guess, it varied, obviously, between different employees. But they said, we overpaid you. So we're giving you, last week they gave them 9 days to decide what they wanted to do, how you're going to pay it back.
And we don't know how much, the average?
They said hundreds of dollars, so I don't know, maybe I would say anywhere from 100 to a few thousand anyway, right? Oops. Depending on your job and what you do for them.
Hope you saved your receipt for the new beer cooler.
If you bought that, no doubt. I really wanted that windsurfer, but I'm gonna have to turn it back in now because no problem. The kids' shoes, got to take them back. No, but they said they're going to give them 9 days, and you can. The plan was to either deduct the money from future paychecks or bonuses. So you could say, okay, well. Then my next bonus, take it out of that. You're planning on bonuses, I guess. Or you could pay them right back with cash or check. Just pay it all back right now. I would say the best way, if it were me, the best way would be to take it out of future bonuses, I guess. Because then way you have the money now. Pay me now, and then I'll worry about it later. That's the American way, right? I don't know. I mean, I would not be happy about that choice. I would not be happy about that choice. Thank you. Man, you guys did such a great job. Here's a bonus. Oh, hey. No, so sorry.
Wow.
We paid you too much. You're going to have to pay it back. Nothing. I mean, that'll make you have loyalty to Honda Marysville plant in Ohio right there. There's nothing. We love you very much, you employees, each and every one of you.
We don't, however, love you that much.
No, we're not loving you that much. We want that money back. Okay, we paid you way too much.
Our bad.
Sorry about that. Sorry about it. Didn't mean to do it, but you're gonna have to pay it back. So just decide. And I guess they said that if you couldn't decide or you didn't decide, they would deduct it from future bonuses by default. That's the way it was reported. So
that's kind of bold. They're just assuming there's going to be future bonuses, huh?
Right, but that's the way, right? So if there's no bonuses, thing is, right? If your bonus was, I don't know, let's say $500, and you were supposed to get $200. Next year you're supposed to get $200. Yeah, you're not getting a bonus, and you're still in the hole for $100. So a couple of bonuses down the road where you're getting nothing. Okay, maybe 2 bonuses from now will give you a little bit of money, and you'll be okay. You'll be back up. You'll be back in the red. I don't know, but it can't be fun to be an employee there. I guess I would be unhappy as an employee of the Honda Motors Marysville plant in Ohio.
I remember one year I worked at a radio station, and our Christmas bonus was a backpack.
Nice.
With the company logo on it.
Well, I mean, that's nice.
I hate to have to give that back. The backpack. Actually, I still have it.
It was probably a good one.
It was truly.
It's an LL Bean backpack. It's in great shape.
23 years ago. Yeah.
It's a collector's now.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of that bad boy.
Mm-mm.
Man, we used to have our bonuses, I guess, were considered the Christmas party. And then they had where you would play stupid games and win prizes. So the prizes were kind of like your bonuses that you would win at the Christmas party.
Oh, wow.
Which was nice.
Were these games of skill? You'd have to. Did you say you had to play a game?
Yeah, they had like trivia games or whatever,
okay.
and you would win tickets, and then the tickets would get you an opportunity to win. I mean, there was all coffee makers and I mean big prizes.
Cool.
That was fun to take home. People walking out of there with cappuccino machines and coffee makers. I mean, that's nice. It's nice regifting for Christmas presents. Not that I would do anything like that, but it was reported to me that some people did that.
Right, I was going to say, you would have to be a gift giver to begin with before you were in a position to re-gift something.
And another thing that's great in America today is that now, if you thought the supply chain crisis was going on, I mean, with our truckers and the railroads, I mean, the railroads are still cranking along. Product is still happening. We now have, and if you've gone to the grocery store at all, you see that, there's many items that you see are fronted up on empty shelves that, wow, that's a big space for one cereal. Yeah, that's because all the other cereals are out. So the shelves look
That's
like
what they do in third world countries.
I know.
Huh.
But
I wonder what's happening to us. I got this... this tweet is from, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't follow your handle here. But someone is saying that you need to send out your Christmas presents now because of hours being cut back at UPS, FedEx, and overworked USPS drivers. They were like, go ahead and send those now.
FedEx is already, I think it was FedEx, right, was talking about really, really, really cutting back. All right, I mean,
Merry Christmas. Okay. I know it's not October yet, but I just put these away.
I mean, I would say that you're probably pretty good with Amazon, although they just shut down several of their warehouses. They shut down. Well, I don't know that they shut them down completely from working, but they had to shut them down briefly because the solar panels were catching on fire. And so
solar panels were
catching on fire. So they stopped using. I mean, they had to shut them. I mean, a couple of the warehouses had to shut down because they caught fire, and then they've shut down the solar panel usage at those plants. So I'm sure that those warehouses are probably still open now. But I mean, they've had 2 or 3 completely shut down because of the solar panel fires. Good, that's going green. Going green. That's
going
good.
Green.
But where I was headed is this is
going green.
Going green, baby. Going green. And if you think, well, you know what? Man, things are bad. Just going to go to the bar and drink. Well, there's going to be a beer shortage. Just letting you know. What? I know. Brewers across the country are reporting production delays in getting beer to the market and drafting contingency plans to switch to nitrogen because there's a CO2 shortage. Mm-hmm. The carbon dioxide production shortage caused by natural contamination at the Jackson Dome, a Mississippi reservoir of CO2 from an extinct volcano, forcing brewers to
what
cut
is happening?
back.
Wait, hold on. Rewind this. Okay. An extinct volcano is causing a beer shortage at the neighborhood bar and grill?
Yes, because they're running out of CO2. It's being it was being contaminated. That's where they get the CO2.
Wow.
I
this
know.
interconnected world isn't really working out so well.
No, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be. Night Shift Brewery outside of Boston shut down a facility after being told their carbon dioxide supply was cut for the foreseeable future, possibly more than a year. Beer makers, particularly small independent craft brewers, are struggling with inflation and supply chain troubles. It's been a struggle to keep the doors open, one brewer said in Colorado. So apparently there's a way that some brewers they think they're insulated from the shortage because they capture natural carbon dioxide from the brewing process and store it for future use, which probably should be doing that anyway, right? I mean, that's what you should be doing. So, because I know Denver Beer Company, it says here in the story, in Colorado uses reclaimed CO2 and sells extra supply to the cannabis company to use in the grow houses. So, I mean, you'll still be able to smoke a little weed. You'll still be able to smoke a little weed.
Good.
Let's make that legal.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and legalize that bad boy. That needs to happen anyway. I mean, why are we messing around? Why are we messing around with the world? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. It's Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're lined up.
All right, well, we're coming at we got time. Let's go to Al. Al, Missouri, how are you? It's Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. Welcome.
Morning, how you guys doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great, sir. Trucking down the highway.
All right, so how's it going out there? How you feeling? What's happening? What's happening on the roads of America?
It's beautiful out here. Beautiful sunrise, and like I said, trucking down the highway, man.
Are you making any money, staying alive, or are you struggling?
No, sir. So far, so good.
Nice. So, do you own your rig, or do you work for a separate company?
I work for a company.
And do you stay in Missouri, or do you go outside?
No, I do a lot of regional stuff. I'm on my way to Memphis, Tennessee right now.
Okay. What are you hauling?
Aerospace aluminum.
And so that you take it down to Memphis, and then you pick up a load and bring it back to Columbia, Missouri.
No, I just deadhead back usually. So.
How are the fuel prices affecting you?
Yeah, I mean it started going down a few weeks back. It went down a little bit, but now it's just shooting right back up. So it was like we had a kind of a reprieve, for a little while.
Yeah,
that didn't last long.
Yeah,
so.
No kidding.
But no, the reason I was calling to let you guys know, I know there's a lot of people think that Joe Biden, being a truck driver years ago, he claimed to be a truck driver.
Yes.
That was BS, but it's not BS. He's actually my instructor, and he's riding with me right now.
Joe Biden is with you right now.
Yeah, he's sleeping. But yeah.
All right. I mean,
I don't get it.
Okay.
He kind of sucks as an instructor. He sleeps a lot.
You're not nearly as smart as I thought you were.
There you go. So, all right. So, Al, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I'm glad you're on the road. Stay safe out there. I need to hear the horn before you go away. I mean, that's part of the rules.
All right, sir. Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
All right. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much, Al. I appreciate it. All right. Unofficial Trucker Tuesday.
Whenever you get a trucker to do that, I always just imagine the person in the lane next to them going, what the hell? I got it. Okay. What did I do? What did I do?
I'm just driving here. I didn't even try to cut you off.
I was between the lines, bro.
All right, Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. Don't worry. I know you're all rode up. We'll get to you.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. How are you? Pat Gray Unleashed program. Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat, filling in for Pat as he's off Bigfoot hunting in the Northwest. Keith Malinak here as well. I've got to get to Biden's executive orders, how many he's written. I had a look at all the things that we've sent to Ukraine. Oh my gosh. Enough is enough. And they should hopefully take over the entire country with what we've sent them already, and we're going to go ahead and keep sending them more. But we just one more, and I know it's Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. I'm going to get to them. I got them all rowed up here. 888-900-3393 is the phone number. I am excited to talk to truckers wherever you're driving today. But I did get a message from the Queen yesterday, and
wait, what now?
I did get a message from the Queen.
How's that work?
Yesterday. Well, I came to my Instagram as a direct message that says, "Hey, it's me, Queen Elizabeth. I am not dead. Charles sent me to a deserted island so he could be king. I don't have access to my royal money, so please cash at me $300 so I could get back to the UK."
That is awesome.
I'm just saying. The Queen, it's possible that the Queen is not dead.
Oh, okay, hang on a second.
It's possible.
Tea and biscuits. Look at that. Time out. More than one person responded to that and sent money.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. That is stupid, yet genius at the same time. I need to try this. I mean,
that's a Nigerian print scam.
Right.
Perfect. I get them all the time. I do it on Chewing all the time.
Awesome.
I get emails all the time telling me that they're going to send me money and how to contact them, different barristers, different ruler, all the time. And I'm close. Now. If my power bill goes up another time, I may reach out finally to some of these people and see if I can get some of the 4.5 million euros that's in an account that needs my help.
What is your email address? Because someone was asking me this through Twitter yesterday, and because I can't message Jeffy. What's his email address?
Well, you can always email me at chewingthefat@theblaze.com.
Yes, I got it right. Yay, there you go. Okay, you got that, Matt?
But you could. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter at JeffyJFR,
you got that, Matt?
I don't have my.
Oh, so
I don't have my DMs blocked or anything.
That's weird. All right, Matt. There you go.
All right, so Unofficial Trucker Tuesday, 888-900-3393. Let's see how you're doing out there on the roads. Wes, line 2 in Oklahoma. How are you, Wes?
Good morning this morning in the morning.
Hey, absolutely. How are you?
I am I have to just stand on my hands, keep from waving at everybody. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
So how's it going on the roads?
Well, first of all, I'm talking to two of my favorite Blaze personalities at one time.
Aww. That's sweet, Wes. Where are you right now?
Florence, is it North or South Carolina? North Carolina, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
That's usually north of South Carolina.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, that's where I'm at, though.
What are you hauling?
Meat. I haul high-quality steaks, brother. Mostly.
Make a left. And then continue.
Well, I was supposed to deliver in Dallas the other day, but because of a breakdown, I had to let that load go to somebody else, and I wound up out here in the Carolinas. So,
all right, whatever. That's fine.
Wait, was it your truck that broke down?
Yeah, I'll tell you, she got 1,098,617 miles on her. She's getting a little tired.
A little long in the tooth. It might be time to turn that bad boy in.
Oh.
Well, the thing is back in 2020, I had 4 breakdowns that averaged about $9,000 a piece to get out of the shop, and about the same in lost
How do you do
revenue. And so that was there was my new truck there. It's Taylor's way of telling me we're together for life, dude.
How do you?
You just do it, Keith. I mean, you just do it. That's it. You just keep going.
Bless you.
Last week I was down, and I'd gone to Florida for vacation. Came back, truck's supposed to be ready, wasn't. Just getting a bunch of little things done, and then it broke down right after the first run. Thought it was bad fuel. Turned out to be The Delta P was clogged, and my throttle sensor wasn't working.
You should have called me. I would have told you that the Delta P was clogged. I mean, that's all you have to do. Just call me.
Jeffy, that's what everybody thought. It turned out no. The reason that my truck either thought it was idling or at full throttle was because the coolant module sensor was bad.
Oh yeah, well that's of course. Duh.
But that was controlling the flow to the motor. But
how's your flux capacitor doing?
That is doing awesome.
Okay, cool.
I'm got to get tuned up. But hey guys, it still costs me about $800 every 2 or 3 days for a couple of tanks of fuel. I got a 275-gallon capacity, but you know what? I'm out here. I'm working. It's a beautiful day. I get to listen to the Blaze all day because that's what we do.
You're right.
And it's just a wonderful life. It really is. My wife would prefer I was home a little more often, at least until I am home a little more often.
No, that's right. Yeah, no, she doesn't. Though. She's just telling you that. Don't believe that.
But there's one thing that has kind of reemerged, and I'm very happy about it, and that is truckers sitting around in the restaurants talking again.
Yes.
I mean, that had become almost extinct. I mean, the CBs hardly any CB chatter. Mine doesn't even work. My antennas are bad, and I haven't even bothered to replace them. But
wow,
guys sitting around in the truck stop talking. The other day while I was in the shop on this other thing, got to talk to a guy that's been out here 47 years. He's owned up to 7 trucks at one time. He'd retired, bought him a Dodge Ram 3500 until he could pull his RV around, and decided he wanted to go hot shot a little bit because he's bored. And so he's back out here at 72 years old running again. And just talking about all the things he's been through and things he's seen. And it's not a life very many people can handle, but it's all in all, it's a great way to live. It really is.
So wait, Wes, you were saying that is it the pandemic that kept people from hanging around? And
yeah, they shut down those restaurants, right?
Yeah. Cell phones.
Cell phones.
Everybody's too busy looking at their phone, just like anywhere else.
So why are they now congregating again?
Well, I guess because it's people like me that are used to the old lifestyle of sitting around and
that's good,
talking
man.
And everything.
I love it.
Well, we're starting to get, we're starting to sit around and talk again.
Good.
Remember, because, you'll see the other guys sitting off in the corners with their flip-flops on, staring at their phones, but,
right.
By the way, tell your GPS voice to pipe down. We're having a conversation over here.
Shut
up.
Do you know that GPS all GPSs are named Gloria, and that stands for Gloria is pretty stupid. So
okay. I didn't know that.
She just took me off the truck route and put me through the middle of town.
Which
is common.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Wes, I appreciate it. Now, listen. So you're hauling. Do you haul whatever you want? Since this is your tractor, and it has over 1 million miles on it. Do you haul what you want, or do you just specifically work for someone else?
Well, I am leased on to one of Glenn's favorite companies, Cargill, and we are a meat company. I am, even though I live in Muskogee, Oklahoma, I am based out of Freona, Texas, because we have a meat plant there that kills 4 beef a minute, 364 days a year.
Wow.
They run 2 shifts doing that, and then they use 8 hours to clean up, and they do that all but like Christmas and when they break down. But sometimes I haul a few other things. I've hauled a lot of beer. I've hauled bricks. But mostly meat, yeah. And also our turkey plant over in Springdale, Arkansas. A whole lot out of there. But, yeah. But it's a good life, guys, for those that can live it.
That's excellent. So I appreciate it, Wes. Thank you very much. And now,
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.
I need to hear the horn, no matter where you're at in America. Oh, we cut him off?
You don't.
Oh, don't hang up on Wes.
No.
Oh, the end of the day has gone bad already.
Yeah, now the karma, it's just, I'm hurting.
The day has gone bad already. Wes, we're leaving. A line is open for you to call back. This day will not go on without a horn from Wes. Spencer in Nevada. Spencer, welcome on line 3. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I just wanted to call and let you guys know that when I first heard guys making fun of Jeffy on the radio, I thought, there's no way people could be this rude to somebody.
I know, right?
He must be like a skinny guy or something. They're just joking around. Then I saw a picture of you, and I realized how fat you were, and it just blew my mind that they would be that rude.
Well, I'm so happy you called today. means a lot to me, Spencer.
People are rude to you,
means a
Jeffy?
lot. Means a lot to me.
Hey, you know what, Jeffy? I am also a fat guy. I just love the banter. It's hilarious.
So where are you at right now, Spencer? Where are you running?
I'm just coming out of Vegas, headed back to Salt Lake City.
What are you hauling?
I've got car parts.
Car parts?
Boy.
Car things. I don't know, airbags, electronics, stuff like that.
Are they stolen?
Probably. I was down on the Mexico border this morning, so yeah, I don't know. I don't ask questions. I just pick it up and I run it.
That's what I like to hear. Just hook it up. I don't want to know. That's awesome. So it said here that you had a comment about the autonomous trucking. What's up?
Oh, boy.
Oh, I was just saying, I was thinking to myself, man, it'd be great if I had a little robot I could just send out there in the snow to chain my truck for me when I'm going up over mountain passes and stuff. I'd go up to that for sure.
Well, that's not what
the button
I understand, and I appreciate it, Spencer. And that's I appreciate it. Be safe out there. Are you you're surviving? You're working nonstop now?
Well, what's crazy is I started my trucking career in the oil fields in Alaska. I was up there for 8 years, and during the COVID pandemic and all the garbage that went down, they started shutting everything down, and then we had the crazy executive orders. Shut down the leases that they were doing exploration. I was with ConocoPhillips on an exploration team, and they ended up shutting down. I mean, they found millions of barrels of oil as the Willow project. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so I was part of a big crew that was doing the exploration, and anyway, I ended up getting laid off winter of 2020. And then I got back up there, it was last summer. And when I was up there, all they were doing was shutting down wells. They weren't exploring. They weren't doing anything. All the work that we had to do was just hauling fluids to pump down in the well to shut them down.
Amazing.
It was pretty insane.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to get back. I've been down, in the lower 48 driving truck now just to make ends meet because all my oil field work just went away.
Right. We just thank you, Spencer. I appreciate it very much. I need to hear the horn now before we go away. Is what needs to happen.
Let me
hello.
Let me get the horn going here. There's something happening there.
Okay, thank you. That's a good one. I appreciate it, Spencer. All right, be safe out there, Spencer. I appreciate it very much. He talked about I take care of help produce the Jackie Daly Show that airs on this network, and she the last week just had the Alaska governor on, and he is. If you have an opportunity to listen to him on her show, give a listen. He talks a lot about how important and what Alaska brings to the table. And we also mentioned the executive orders. According to this, Biden is now signed, I think, near 100 executive orders.
Yeah, 99.
I think he's standing at, I was going to say at 99, right, since taking office, which is special. Good for him. So they're saying now that according to a budgetary impact analysis that accompanies each order, but does not include an actual monetary cost. Instead, they contain, has a little bit of impact? Is it going to increase or decrease federal costs? Well, you know what? They believe that the executive orders have cost the taxpayers more than $1 trillion so far. That's according to the Heritage Foundation. All right, so now I know the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office has said, oh, no, it's closer to $500 million. Oh, all right. Well, so who do I believe?
Yeah, I love how they're guessing. They're like, yeah, we estimate, blah, blah, blah. It's $1.5 trillion is by some estimations.
I mean, the student loan handout was initially estimated to cost taxpayers up to about $500 billion, but a recent Penn Wharton budget model said, that's $1 trillion too. That's just the student loan debt, right? So I'm sure that none of that will have an impact on inflation.
Yeah, so for perspective, the entire federal budget as recently as 1997 was 1.6 trillion. Biden has just been signing it on his own at 1.5 trillion executive orders.
I mean,
we're fine. We're doing fine.
Right. So, I mean, we are at, what's our debt?
Oh, gosh, 30-something.
Right? Where I think it's ahead. It's in the story. Gosh darn it.
I'll look at the debt clock here. Remember?
Yes,
I used to be
just thinking about the same thing.
So right
outside
our building in New York was the debt clock. And most days I would come out of the building and turn right to go catch the bus or the train. But some days I'm like, let me see what the debt's doing today. Oh my gosh! And I turn left.
In those days I was smoking.
Yeah.
So I used to. There was a restaurant that opened up around 11 o'clock in the morning. So in the
Subway?
morning when I would show up, no, there was there was a little Japanese restaurant there. That had the overhang and the little table set up outside, but they were never open in the morning. So I used to stand underneath that and smoke. And if you move to the left just a little bit, you always have the debt clock right there to look at.
I'd hit the subway right there, the old debt clock, and then run up for Pat and Stu. Okay, here we go. When you started telling your story about Joe Biden and we were only at 29 trillion in debt. We're now at 30.9. We'll get to 31 soon.
Wow, that's just
the debt per taxpayer, $245,000.
Okay.
Debt per U.S. citizens, that would be kids and everything included there, $92,000.
Just incredible. And we also have help from George Soros and his Open Society, which is supporting the Governing for Impacts effort to protect American workers, consumers, patients, students, and the environment through policy reform. Oh, well, that's nice of them. I appreciate that. I love it's the it's the George Soros funded group from Open Society, but that group is Governing for Impact. So it's a separate little secret group that we've put together to just spend money on that. So anyway, Joe Biden is on his way. He's helping the country and doing great things. I don't mean that whatsoever. He's almost at 100, and he's impacting people's livelihoods with his executive orders. And I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, doomed. Wes, welcome back. Yes, thank you, Wes. Line 2. Hello, I'm sorry. Oh,
Good morning again,
I apologize.
Guys.
I apologize for the world has gone off kilter a little bit. So I just wanted to, you can't be on without blowing your horn for me.
Well, actually, I did when I said good morning, but you requested I call back, so.
Okay, thank you. See, that's kind of a sad little horn, though, Wes. I mean, maybe you ought to upgrade a little bit.
Well, I'm in town and going through the school zone, so a lot of traffic.
Oh my gosh!
Draw the wrong attention. You know what I mean, Jeffy?
Fine. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. How are you? Thanks for tuning in to Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat's on vacation. Jeff Fisher here, chewing the fat, filling in. Keith Malinak here as well, as usual. It is Unofficial Trucker Tuesday, 888-900-3393. I appreciate it. We were talking a little bit about Joe Biden's executive orders in between talking to some of the great truckers we have around the country. I will get to the full billion-dollar, this list says $16 billion list of what Biden has sent Ukraine. I don't know why. I feel like it's more. But they break down the list of what we've sent to Ukraine, and so and this list is, and I apologize, it's over 15 billion. It's not 16 billion. But I feel
you lied.
I did already. I already lied. So it is more than the 15
Who do you
billion.
trust? If you can't trust Jeffy.
Well, I feel like it's more than that. I think we're missing something. I don't know what, but I feel like we're missing something because every time I turn around, there's more billions going.
At what point is there an ink shortage or a paper shortage
There doesn't seem to be. Well, you know what? That's coming, right? I mean, that's why Biden is talking about digital currency.
Oh, my gosh. Don't get me started on that. They will
That's why they're talking about it.
Control everything.
That's correct.
Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is the very last. See, they thought they had all the exits blocked off. And there was this little crack open right there, and it was cryptocurrency. And the federal government goes, oh, do something about that. Close that door. That's exactly what's about to happen.
Wait. 888-900-3393.
Resist that. Oh, gosh.
You can follow me on Twitter at JeffyJFR, at Keith Malinak, and, of course, at Pat Gray Unleashed is the Twitter that
Pat
you
Unleashed.
can tweet. Pat Unleashed.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
There was no room for the gray in Twitter world.
We could Twitter, man.
Pat Unleashed.
Right. We could Twitter. Frank, line 4 in Oklahoma. How in the world are you, Frank?
What's going on, guys? How are you this morning?
Another beautiful day. Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Really? You're fantastic?
Yes, I am.
You're stuffy, though.
I am. This room is killing me. So where are you at, Frank?
I am in an alley in Dunweg, Missouri, waiting to unload my truck. Matter of fact.
What do you unload?
37-pound boxes of drywall mud, ready-made mud.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Spell the town you're in. What town is it?
Dunweg.
And they have alleys in that town? The town's big enough for alleys?
They do.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
It's the only alley in town, and the police department uses part of the alley, so you have to creep through the alley because that's how they get out on the main drag.
Wow, that town is big enough for its own Greyhound bus station, I see.
Absolutely. This is Missouri we're talking about.
Matter of fact, I am right down the street from that Greyhound station you just Googled.
No, nice.
All right, hey, get some beef jerky at the Phillips 66 across the street while you're there.
How long you been waiting, and how long are you planning on waiting?
Oh, no. These guys, this place I come here once a week, and they get their guys loaded up to go out because they're all blue-collar workers. It's a drywall and insulation contractor, private company, and they got guys loading trucks right now waiting to go, and takes about 10, 15 minutes, and we're out of here, too.
And then where?
You know, just middle America. Back to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, to grab another load to go to Oklahoma City.
And that's going to be drywall mud again?
Yep, that's all they haul, drywall mud.
Wow.
No doubt.
Well, so I don't think this is going to affect you, Frank, since you're about to scoot out of town. But tomorrow it's going to be 100 degrees for a high temperature. What's up with that? And then the next day, Thursday, it's going to be a high temperature of 66.
Oh, nice.
Just throw that out
Broken
there.
Arrow, where I live, it's going to be 101 tomorrow. It's supposed to break
This is gross.
September weather record.
I don't like it.
And then Thursday it's supposed to be 87. So
Yeah,
that's Oklahoma. That's this part of the country weather.
Yeah, no kidding. So
We
how?
have thunder snow tomorrow.
So if you do you work for yourself, or do you work for the drywall mud company?
I work for the drywall mud company.
Okay.
But my boss, who also drives a truck, has his own truck, the trucking company that he runs, and it's fun to see the difference between the two companies. Him trying to find loads and make money. I just filled up this morning in Big Cabin, Oklahoma, and paid $4.64 a gallon. Put about $900 in the truck, and that's every 2 days. But he's doing it. I'm living off of company money, and he's living off his own money.
Right.
He can't afford to get another truck to keep his trucking company going, so he's still driving for the
mud company. Right.
And Stu, this is for you, brother. I know you're still waiting on your Escalade. We waited 18 months for a new truck out of Mexico, a Freightliner, because they didn't have any chips for our truck either. So.
Wow. But you finally got it?
Yeah, I finally got it, but it took us 3 years to get two trucks.
I mean, we talked to a guy earlier. He's hauling auto parts up from Mexico, so there's parts coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but they're going. The trucks are built in Mexico, so those parts are going the wrong way.
It's only 18 months. You got it. No problem. Don't worry about it.
So let's hear it, Frank. I want to hear this.
Thank you.
And one other thing, Jeffy.
Yes.
Dude, I can haul 80,000 pounds. So if you need a ride, you come.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
wow. Parting shot.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Did we get to hear the horn, or we get to hear another Jeffy joke?
Well, I was just trying to keep up with you, Stu. That's all I'm doing, brother.
Okay.
I'm actually in the back of the truck. I can give you the horn on my electric pallet jack if you want, because I'm actually in the back of the truck.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. Be safe out there. Take care.
I'll call you back in about 15 minutes and give you the big horn. How's that?
Oh, my heart is beating extra fast for your horn beep. Okay. I appreciate
Hey, guys, I listen to you guys every morning, and I truly appreciate y'all. I know it was fun and laughing, but you guys help us guys out here on the road make it through the day every morning. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you. Appreciate it. Be safe out there.
No thanks to Stu, though.
You guys,
he doesn't do anything for
Nobody
you.
likes that guy, first of all.
I said you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys.
Thank you.
Of course, Pat's not there, so, oh well.
Okay. Good stuff, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, Frank. Appreciate
it.
See you. Unofficial Trucker Tuesday. 888-900-3393 is the phone number. Devin, line 1, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, buddy.
And also, I'm in Idaho.
Awesome. What's up?
Yeah. So, I just got off work, so I don't have a horn to blast for Jeffy there.
Thanks for calling, Devin. Take care.
Yeah, no problem.
What's up? How are you? If you just got off work, so that means you don't own your truck, you work for a company?
I work for a company, yeah. Our day guy, he had to take the truck from me, so.
What do you usually haul?
Diesel and gas for all the Walmart gas stations and some of the truck stops around here.
Yeah. So is that for Murphy's?
No, for the pilots and all the trucking companies.
Got it. Okay, and I appreciate it. I mean, that's first of all. I mean, that's usually 3 a.m. in the morning is when you guys are pulling into those places to fill up those tanks. So you're doing a lot of your work overnight, yes?
Yeah, I work all night long.
Yeah.
5:30 at night till 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want you on the road during the day. Okay, we got too many other things going on out there. You deliver it overnights. So I appreciate it, Devin. Thank you. You be safe out there, okay?
All right, will do. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. You know, I really, truly believe that the truckers are the lifeblood of America.
Without question.
There's no doubt. And it was always so strange, when I first started doing this at the time, because there was nobody on the road except for the truckers. And, they took a beating from people. I'm like, wait, they're the lifeblood, man. These guys are out there working. I drive by that warehouse, that Kroger warehouse, at least once a day. And, they are rode up every day. They are rode up there every day. In fact, they just put in new lights and everything along the road for these damn truckers, which is really kind of ticking me off, to come to think of it.
What do you mean?
Now I'm mad.
Why are you upset?
Because now I have to stop at the light.
Oh, like a red light.
Should wait for me. Travis, welcome to the show. Line 2, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, can you hear me?
I can, Travis. How are you?
Hey, cool. It's nice to meet you. I'm doing good. I'm driving. I actually just drove all the way across America. It's a pretty cool trip.
Really?
I went from all the way to the other side of Portland to New York, and now I'm on my way back to Nebraska. But I've been listening to you guys for years. I've been listening to Glenn for years, Glenn Beck.
I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
Truck driving's cool. I've never been on the radio before. Truck driving's been good to me though. I've only been driving the truck 3 years. I was actually in prison for 7 years.
Okay.
And when I got out, they were like, if you really want to do something with yourself, they'll pay for training for something. There's basically 3 options, and one of them was truck driving. And I make an incredible amount of money for somebody that shouldn't make any money, really. You know what I mean?
Well, that is awesome.
But I listened to Glenn Beck in prison for years. So we had a radio in there. You know what I mean? It was either him or Alex Jones, and I went with Glenn Beck.
I will say that you are. I will say, just so you know, you are not alone. I've talked to multiple former prison inmates that listen to the show, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys have no idea. There's a whole bunch of them in there. People that listen, and to conservative radio. I mean, people you wouldn't even expect.
So Travis,
conservative radio.
If you're in there and you're listening, is it on the radio or do they let you stream audio? Can you
No, you got a little radio.
Okay.
That you could put headphones on and listen to in your cell. I was in my cell a lot because I actually acquired an escape charge at some point in there, so they put me in somewhere special.
Wait,
so I listened to the radio.
Hold on a second.
I was into.
Hold on, Travis. Since you're a free man right now, hopefully you can talk about this.
Yes, sir.
I love the language you used. I acquired an escape charge. Did you earn this acquired escape charge, Travis?
It was an extremely unfortunate sequence of events.
I bet it was.
That led to an escape charge. But the funny thing is, before I went to prison, so the last time I drove a vehicle, I was in a police chase, right? So when I get out of prison, the next time I'm in a vehicle is a 18-wheeler at a truck driving school.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it went from a police chase to driving a truck, but. No, I do a really good job, though.
Okay,
well,
I bet you do.
And I'm happy that you're a productive member of society. Thank you.
In your cell,
I'm getting a hazmat. Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. Oh, you get a hazmat license?
I'm trying. Yeah.
Good for you, man. But in your cell, did you have a poster of Racco Welch?
No. Of who?
I'm just trying to figure out how you were trying to escape.
Oh, basically, I was in a hospital. It's a kind of long story, but basically, I made my way to a hospital, and I cut the handcuffs off and ran, and made it through the hall, made it to where the emergency room people are, ran out where the emergency room was, and scared the hell out of a lot of people, and got tased.
Oh, right.
I mean, and I got tased, and after that, they put 4 pairs of handcuffs on me.
Did that add to your time?
Yeah. Oh, not really. They gave you a sentence of 5 years, but they ran it concurrent. So, but they in Texas they do what's called G4U, and it's a bad place to be. It really is.
Yeah. Well, once you acquire the escape charge, when you've got that on your
you're what's called a security precaution designator after that, and you have to go to where they normally send people who get in trouble in prison, but when you get in trouble in prison, you're only back there like a year or 6 months. If you're a security precaution designator, you have to do 10 years back there, no matter what. There's no way out.
Well,
that's tough time.
Good luck with that hazmat license, Travis.
That's tough time. So what are you hauling now?
Absolutely.
So you've been a truck driver for 3 years. Do you haul different merchandise, or do you work for one particular company?
Well, it's been I've worked for 3 companies since I started driving a truck. At first, I couldn't drive out of the state, so I literally applied. I got a CDL, but all the companies that will train you have to drive out of the state. So I had to go with a flatbed company. I literally applied at 92 different places when I first got my CDL. 92 to find somewhere I could stay inside Texas, and then I did that, and then I got a job driving a reefer. Which was better. And then recently, about a few months ago, I started with a company that does a really good company and to work for. Really nice trucks but they haul mostly hazmat stuff. But they're giving me some time to get a hazmat. So right now I've got a non-hazmat load from a chemical company.
Right.
Well, will you get a pay raise with the hazmat license?
Yeah.
All right.
Even man, this is a good company. Even without the pay raise, they pay more than most truck companies. So it's good.
How long did it take you to be able to go out of state?
I had to get off parole.
Okay.
I had a few years of parole.
Right.
So once you get off parole, which some people have driven the truck out of state on parole. I just didn't want to mess with it.
I understand that. Yeah, well, you're a hardworking member of society now. Screw that. Even all of that can be behind you now. That's great.
Yeah. So, yep.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Travis. You're the man. I love it.
Sir. Y'all are the man. I appreciate y'all being on the air. I appreciate Glenn's show. Back then, Bill O'Reilly, that's the only access I had to Bill O'Reilly was every Friday. I went back. Believe it or not. Awesome. believe it or not, I like that. So
I know you're hauling non-hazmat stuff. So I have to hear the horn, Travis. that's a
you want me to blow the horn?
Yeah,
hold on. Y'all probably can't hear. I got one hell of a noise cancellation.
Yeah, you do.
On.
No doubt. It was low.
You can't hear it. I just honked it. You couldn't hear it. Hold on.
Yeah, we heard.
And roll the window down.
Well, look, y'all take it easy, man. It's been awesome talking to you guys, man.
All right, be safe out there.
Y'all keep it up. Yeah,
Travis, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Be safe.
That's good. Right. High-speed chase into the cab of a big rig. I feel safe.
That's awesome.
Be safe out there, Travis. God bless you.
No doubt about it, man. Do not
working.
acquire any more escape charges.
This is Pat Gray, the Blaze Radio Network. Pat Gray returns on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. Mr. Gray on vacation. At Pat Unleashed is the Twitter account which you can use to participate in the show. Let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust first before we get into some tweets. Trying to sell your home is challenging. That's why you need a real estate agent who's going to come in and take charge of the situation. Need the house painted? They have who you need to talk to. Need to replace the stairs in the backyard? They're going to know the guy to call. Roof repairs? They're going to know who to take care of it. It's the kind of service you're looking for in a real estate agent. The Real Estate Agents I Trust is Glenn's company, and when you have the kind of agents who work with us, working for you, you can rest assured that you're going to be in the hands of a capable team. It all started when Glenn was trying to sell his house in Connecticut, and it never sold. And he kept going through real estate agents, and they kept baking bread and putting balloons out front, and that didn't seem to work. So he decided to put something together that would work, and that's why these agents will see you through your selling process from the day you interview them until the moment you sign on the dotted line. And the same goes for buying a home. When you choose your agent through Real Estate Agents I Trust, you've just partnered yourself with a competitive winning machine, a team of people who are going to see it through to the end for you. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name pretty much says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com. realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, so got some tweets here from Smallmouth Bass. Overspending and ridiculous debt level is a feature, not a bug. Politicians would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? It
feels intentional.
The government can eliminate student loan debt. Why not just eliminate the national debt? That's what I've been saying. Just make it all go to zero. All of it. Zero.
Oh, I'm sure other countries that we owe that money to would just be thrilled at that policy.
Tough. That's what we're doing. It's all zero. We're starting again. That's my plan. That's my platform I'm running on.
What was it? Was it Rashida Tlaib? No, it wasn't Tlaib. It was the other member of the squad. Somebody had the let's just print the $1 trillion coins.
Right.
Just mint those. And,
all right. But see, you don't need to do that if you just make everything go to zero. Everything's zero.
Everything
starts again. No matter where you're at, starts again. That's my plan. Paper shortage is already here, according to Sniper BBB. I'm on the board of a Trappers Association, and we are discussing the possibility of having to change how we print our magazine because our printer is having issues getting paper.
Whoa.
I don't know. There's Sniper Triple B. There's a thing called the internet. You don't need paper. What are you doing with magazines?
Well, some people like
magazines?
paper and being tactile and.
Do they?
Nothing comes to mind. Maybe some show prep issues there.
Seriously, how many trees have you killed for this show?
Oh gosh.
I mean, what's the
an
over
entire
and under?
forest? And I mean like a national forest.
I mean, I remember my first wife, she helped start a magazine in Illinois, and then it moved to Vermont. And I can remember getting, they had to go send it to the printers, and then they had to.
A lot of processes.
Whole processes. And then the thing was invented called the internet.
Not familiar. Not familiar with what you speak.
Just incredible. I don't quite understand why. I mean, I know everybody. Oh, you have something that you can hold in your hand.
Absolutely.
You want to feel it. Okay. All right.
That's how I roll.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm like that here with the show. I'm like that with like fantasy football. I'll print up tons of stuff before the draft where like all of my league mates will be looking at their computers and be like, wait, I printed up that thing somewhere. There's the receivers I'm going to draft, I don't know what it is, man. That's how my brain rocks, Sorry.
I know, Grandpa. It's okay. It's all right. I remember when we used to have to print everything too. I know.
Makes for clutter too.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. My wife now is the same way. She loves the books and the magazines and the paper, printing stuff out, and I'm like, just keep it on your phone. It's all you gotta do is type it up. It's
but
right
what if the
there on
battery
your phone?
dies? But what if I can't get
battery
internet?
dies? I don't know.
What if
if
you know
can't
what?
Get internet,
hang on a second.
The world is ended. It's okay.
Try getting into a sporting event when you don't have a cell signal. Because they took away the paper tickets and it's all digital now.
Right.
And in fact, that has happened very recently.
What are you going to do?
You're going to print it up while you got the chance. Same thing before you go to the airport.
What are you going to do?
Just saying.
Pat Gray is here.
Now, Jeffy.
Welcome to it. Yes.
Can you read that story that I just threw right in front of you before we came back here? Because we were talking about the perils of digital fill in the blank. Print it up. And what's this story?
College football fans across the country can't access digital tickets because of a nationwide outage.
This story from Saturday, September 10th, which
Correct.
was College Football Saturday.
Digital ticket systems aren't working all over the country at multiple college football stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
The schools have called it a nationwide outage.
Yeah.
It is preventing fans from accessing their tickets on mobile devices.
Yeah, schools.
Michigan, Georgia Tech, Oklahoma State, Nebraska, Arizona, Purdue, UCLA, James Madison. Nobody cares about James Madison. Bowling Green. Nobody cares about Bowling Green. Washington, William and Mary, Miami of Ohio. There's a few schools in there. It doesn't matter.
Doing the fans a favor, not letting them in.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. The company at the heart of the outage appears to be the Irvine-based PACIOLAN.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay,
Paxiolin.
so I found an update to that story because you hadn't heard about this, and apparently they got it resolved just in time to let fans in for their Saturday games on September 10th. But I mean, here's a tweet from I don't know who this is, but she says schools are reporting that this company, the number one ticketing provider in college athletics, that powers 75% of Power 5 teams, is down nationwide. At many games,
25 plus college clients.
At many games I worked, people came up to me with ticket problems since I had a credential. I guess she was standing near the gate. Online ticketing can be a mess. Yes, it can.
What do you do if it's down? All right, and you have a school that let's pick a school that somebody cares about. Nebraska, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just saying you have I know Georgia Tech, I got it. Bowling Green, just messing with you. But if you have these stadiums are anywhere from 50 to 110,000 fans. The University of Michigan Stadium is 110,000, 111,000. Right. So let's say 80,000 has digital tickets. I mean, what do you do?
What do you do?
If it's down?
Everybody come on in. Here we go.
At some point, you pretty much have to do that, right? I mean, you're just, all right.
Or do you delay the game start?
You have to. I mean, you can't go with the game. And the TV people are going to be going, no. So we are starting the game.
Rob came in here during the break, and he's like, well, that's why you take a screenshot, which I do of everything.
Right.
And
I've used it at movie theaters like that.
Right. And I mentioned to him when he came back here, I said, oh, yeah, I totally do that. In fact, I did it to get into a Falcons game years ago, and it said, no, it has to be, the little thing has to be moving. And I'm like, the little thing has to be moving. So I had to log in. I was like, which email address did I use for my Falcons tickets? And then it took forever, and I'm standing there, off to the side, stupid. We are playing with fire.
It took forever.
We are playing with fire with this digital insanity right here. And this is, you've got too much access to our data and reliance on digital stuff, and it's only going to get worse as evidenced by the next story.
Why do you need paper? We have the internet. That's all I'm saying.
As evidenced by this next story, we are living in dangerous times.
Which is what I teased. I talked about the White House, the framework that the White House wants to use regarding regulating crypto. Which is good. Anytime you get the government involved, it's going to turn out great for you. The White House released its first ever framework on how it would like to regulate cryptocurrencies. Oh. It allows an executive order that would put him to 100. As he's at 99 now.
See that?
Which he called on federal agencies to issue reports examining the risks and benefits of cryptocurrencies. 9 reports were submitted to the White House. Notably, the White House framework states that the Treasury Department and Federal Reserve will consider a central bank digital currency.
No.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell previously said the primary incentive for the U.S. to create its own central bank digital currency would be to eliminate the need for other forms of digital currencies in America.
No.
What?
No.
Huh.
Hell no.
You wouldn't need stable coins. You wouldn't need cryptocurrencies if you had a digital U.S. currency.
No.
According to Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, I think that's one of the stronger arguments in its favor.
No.
Do ya? Is it? Would ya?
Oh, my goodness. And then getting into a college football game is the least of your worries at that point. All of a sudden, you can't get to your U.S. government-backed digital currency to buy bread. Oh, yeah. You can totally have access to fill in the blank. Just roll up your sleeve and get this vaccine.
Well, some have said there's, it's called something, the Great Reset. And, somebody wrote a book about it.
Why are the letters E, S, and G coming to mind right now, too?
And
social credit time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and dangerous. Especially if we get to the digital currency that specifically is for the U.S. I mean, they'll just put it into your account, and and they'll take out whatever money you have in your account, if you have money in your account. Like so many of us have so much extra cash in our accounts now. And then, I don't know what to do with it.
And then you'll say, wait, I've got a paper version of this. No.
Yeah, we'll turn that in.
Wait, what do you mean turn this in?
That's worth now half.
But it's printed up, though.
Yeah, I know. But man, we're sorry.
But you don't like the George Washington?
Nobody's going to take it, and the bank doesn't even really want it, but they'll take it off your hands, and they'll credit your account 25 cents. It was worth.
You're not lying.
It was worth a whole $1, but we're going to credit your account 25 cents for that.
Now, if you wait a week, it'll only be worth 20 cents.
You could do that now. I mean, my boss says you probably should do it now, but you can keep it if you want. And it's coming.
Dangerous. We are on the doorstep of. You think they've exercised control so far? Just wait until digital currency is the only game.
Now they're just doubling down on everything now. Because at one point you thought, they've gone far enough.
That's never happening.
Gone far enough, and they just keep doubling down.
Now, if Pat were here, he might be saying, "Mark of the beast."
No, just because Klaus Schwab has talked about having people with their brain implants.
Oh,
right? Don't we have that story?
Yeah, that's in there somewhere.
I mean, I saw the headline of where Schwab has talked about putting. This was at one of his World Economic Forum gatherings, and who doesn't enjoy those? He talked about putting brain chip in everyone, so that we just keep track, and we know what you're thinking, so it's fine. Don't worry about it, and it's fine. There you go, Klaus. Not a douchebag.
It's printed up is quicker to reach for it than if you have to search for it, right?
I mean, I was just about ready to use the internet. Yeah. It would have come right up. I don't know.
I'm sure it would have. Through sanitized sources that you just went to on the fly out of convenience.
This was a few years ago, right? In 2017. So it's not even today. It was a while ago that he was planning.
Yeah, but I think there was an update on that, no?
It's the brain implant fantasy laid out by the WEF director Klaus Schwab during his 2017 talk on forcing implants into the brains of humans and tracking their every thought. And he was joined on stage by Google co-founder Sergey Brin, which is just, he's one of the key players in the transhumanist scene.
Dangerous. Can we just print up my brain?
I love how this story talks about the mega rich heir of a leading Third Reich industrialist. I believe Klaus, I think his dad worked for the Nazis. Right?
Didn't everybody's dad over there work for the Nazis?
His dad went, I feel like his dad worked outside of Germany for the Nazis. His company made, I can't remember the story now of what his dad, it doesn't matter. But, I love how we're just touching on that Third Reich industrialist. But we're in a bad place, right? I mean, that's for sure. There, and look, if you could make the case that if I could get an implant and then I don't have to have a wallet.
Here we go.
I don't have to have a wallet.
This is how they get you.
I don't know. You could just, just scan me.
So convenient.
I know. Just scan me. It's easy. I don't have to worry about it. I just go into the store, boop, and it's done.
What if you go to the store and instead of boop, you hear and you're like, whoa, what's the deal?
That's not gonna happen.
What's the deal?
That's not gonna happen.
And they go, please step over here.
No.
What is your name?
See, that's just crazy talk.
You are Jeff Fisher of Chewing the Fat. See? I just combined multiple languages there. See?
You said this 2 days ago?
Did you say something the other day?
It was a joke.
About Klaus.
We do not think that's funny.
Yeah, Klaus would like to see you.
We're the ones who will consider what a joke is, Mr. Fisher.
Right. So
that'll never happen.
So you will have to go.
Never happen.
We need you to post on your socials that you love the Klaus, and then you can have some milk. I'm not kidding.
I know.
I mean that 100%.
I know. And I just I just wanted to get my milk, so I didn't have to worry about it. Okay.
We will wait while you type 280. You must use all 280 characters to praise Klaus.
And then once we reset everything, maybe by next week you'll get your
boop. Yeah, you're not going to get it today. It's got to go through the oversight, international world governing body.
I just wanted to get some milk and eggs here. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen today. Maybe you send your kid in or something. He might still have his boop left, but you don't. Not today. I know. Mm-hmm. I know. But it was convenient.
Terrifying time.
It was convenient.
We are going to look back at this time and think, man, we should have stopped this train from barreling down the tracks. But no, everybody mocked Keith in his paper print up how many trees you're killing bit. Okay.
I don't know where to go. There's so many.
Just remember, Keith's left. The same guy that told you this room was poisoned too. Huh?
Okay, so when you say poison, see, that's where the mocking
it's all behind
it's just clogged
here.
Up. I believe it's the
behind
air
the
filters,
wall.
The air filters.
Well, no, it's that too. See, I used to change the air filters.
I know.
And then they put a different HVAC up there.
Handlers up there.
And now you have to call a maintenance person to come out here every 6 months, which I know that they're doing religiously. Absolutely. They're coming out here and cleaning it out instead of you guys depending on me.
I see them out here all the time. I see maintenance guys walking around all the time.
Walking around. Are they climbing up there too?
I'm assuming they are.
Oh, okay. Well, how's your stuffy head feeling?
That's fine.
You still assuming?
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure they're cleaning it. Every 6 months, every 6 weeks, we're up there, Malinak.
I'm not getting the boop yet, so I don't know if I'm still good or not. Have you lost your boop?
Oh, you were wondering what to get to? I hope at some point you send in the video of the New York thing. I don't know if we have time.
That video is everywhere. I saw this video a couple days ago, and I thought, no big deal. It's just another violent story. The guy's getting beat up.
Yeah.
The guy is getting beat up.
So he is hitting on some chick that wants nothing to do with him. That's what witnesses say. And he would not leave her alone. That's what witnesses say. So these guys, these 3 guys at this McDonald's in Manhattan, approach him and are like, bro, get out of here.
And then, is that when they started slapping him and punching him in the head?
Hold on. I honestly don't know who threw the first punch. I'm not taking sides at all here. Because there's a lot that probably happened before the camera started rolling. But this guy then goes and gets a hatchet out of his backpack.
But he had already been slapped
after being
on the head
punched.
And punched
the 3 guys were punching him.
Yes.
And he stood there and he took it. And then
he went to his backpack. Yeah, we do have the video, so go ahead.
Why are we describing this thing? That's another day in New York. So stuff now it's already violent.
That's him right there. Yeah. With the blue shorts and the backpack.
So I have no idea what's happened before this, other than
we don't know
the interaction between him and a woman. That's all.
Right.
So now we're fighting.
Because
we're in New York, and apparently nobody takes the garbage out of the.
It's full. It's been a busy day.
It's been a busy day there in Manhattan.
A busy day.
Okay, so we're done here. Apparently not.
He's just instead of leaving, he's just going to be there. That's another issue with this.
Again, take the trash out in New York. And I mean that literally and figuratively.
We've lost people. They don't.
Now, right now, he's reaching in his bag.
Now he's going into his backpack.
I can't believe that the guy is just standing there.
Now this guy comes up. He's going to mess with him again, and he says, "Oh, hey, no." And so he pulls out his axe or his hatchet,
breaking things.
Now,
oh my gosh, this is insanity. So when do you shoot the guy? Honest question. I realize it's New York. Now, he goes into this one girl's face here in a second. Now, she should have run. The girl in the pink pants should have taken off right there.
Well, she's busy mouthing at him.
I think she's cowering.
No.
What? Right there.
No, he slapped her. She's busy mouthing at him. That's why he's slapping her. And
he's not slapping. I'm talking about the girl sitting in the thing, because he gets right in her face with the hatchet. Well, not in this video.
And now, so he said, and I saw an interview with him.
Oh, did you? Okay.
One of the New York news stations.
How does he seem? Like a normal guy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Or just snap?
He's a New York delivery guy.
Okay.
And he says he carries his hatchet, and he kind of half smiled because he said he uses it, for trees and cars. So he's riding his bike. He's a bicycle delivery guy in New York, and they're everywhere in the city. And so I'm sure he's used it in the past for cars that may have cut him off. I'm guessing. I don't know that. He looked, and he said he had no intention of chopping anyone up.
He didn't seem stable in that video.
Well, he didn't hit any humans.
He chopped up a table, broke a glass wall, chopped another wall. I didn't see any trees.
Right. But,
maybe after the camera.
He was also, after they were fighting.
I understand.
In the middle of this brawl.
But he's damaging property?
Well,
did the table punch him?
No, but what else? He's fighting back against these people, right? So I'm with you, but I feel like
when you wield it, but do you get in? Not in this video. I am terrified for this woman. I had no idea where this video was going. That lady in the pink pants you're talking about mouthing, whatever, I don't know. He gets right in her face, holding the hatchet. Are you justified as a bystander to shoot that man at that point?
Not in New York.
I'm talking about in normal world.
In normal world, you probably. He's got a weapon.
But you're right, in New York, the guy's going to prison, whoever shoots him dead there.
Yeah, because he's not.
But I had hoped that the video that he's right in her face, leaning in. He could have killed her in a flash.
Absolutely.
What do you do?
He said that he had no intention of doing that. So
How do you know that in the moment?
I don't know. Which is why you don't shoot him. You violent person. Mr. Gun. Mr. Protect Everyone. I mean, I don't know. I would have gotten out of there had I been there in that particular establishment.
It's understandable.
I probably would have been out of there. Well, for sure when he pulled
as the video
out.
starts.
For sure when
as
he
the
puts
video
axe out.
starts. Watch this. We need the first 5 seconds, please, Rob. The guy walking out with his McDonald's. All right, if that's a dude and other dudes, I'm that guy walking out. Okay? If I'm walking by and that guy is in that chick's face with the hatchet, I really have no idea.
I know. I don't know. It's a moment.
But you've got another girl. Remember when he goes over to the wall? She's like protecting the guy. What is that? That was weak sauce. The one guy, he's like this, and he's letting the girl stand between him and the guy.
Well,
oh no, what
are you gonna do? Protect me. He's got an axe. Now he said that he had no intention. But you're right. I don't know how you know that in the heat of the moment. I mean, he knows it, I guess, but you don't. And so you absolutely, in New York, no way you bring him down. You're in just as much trouble or more than him bringing him down, no question. It's another example of the cities getting out of control.
Out of control,
right?
man.
I mean, we have New Orleans now. That is the murder capital of the country now, right? I
Congrats, New Orleans.
They have the highest homicide rate of any major city so far this year. Good job.
So, yeah.
Good job, New Orleans.
So Chicago can now say, hey, no, y'all leave us alone with our weekend fun.
That's
y'all
correct.
Go down to New Orleans.
It's not us, all right? Chicago is 11.5. Let's see. The homicide rate was 11.5 in Chicago, 4.8 in Los Angeles, 2.4 in New York City, and New Orleans has 41 homicides per 100,000 residents, according to the Wall Street Journal. So the homicide rate is up 141%. New Orleans, baby! Congratulations! Keep it up, baby!
Gross city.
Keep it up. So, according to a nonprofit that works to reduce crime in the city, and they're doing a great job. Good job to the nonprofit that's reducing crime in the city.
I'm not clapping for the nonprofit. I'm not clapping for the nonprofit.
Shootings are up 100%. Carjackings are up 210%. Armed robberies are up 25%. And the homicide rate is on pace to surpass last year's rate, which was the worst since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So, congratulations to New Orleans for cracking that. So, I mean, cities are, the crime is going through the roof. It's amazing that, look, as inflation increases, and I'm not trying to make excuses for the criminals, but as inflation increases and more people can't afford things, then, there's going to be a higher crime rate.
Yep.
It kind of works hand in hand. So, and I saw where, I think it was New Orleans too, right? Where they were, the New Orleans Coast Guard. The boater was arrested for opening fire on the Coast Guard helicopter. They went out to rescue them, and so they responded to a call. The New Orleans Coast Guard. They received a distress signal, and then so they went out to the position of the sailing vessel, which was about 75 miles south of Southwest Pass in Louisiana, and the guy started shooting at the helicopter. So they just left and sent the boats in and arrested him. But now we have people on boats that want to be rescued firing at our Coast Guard. Good stuff. Good stuff. Things are looking up. Things are looking up around the country. And again, congratulations to New Orleans. Not the nonprofit, though.
No.
For reducing crime. Not the nonprofit.
Not
but
the
for
nonprofit.
New Orleans, though.
Yeah.
That's number one. Congratulations, you guys. I mean, your homicide rate is up 141%. Man, that doesn't happen often. Congratulations.
Boy.
I know. And we have, I wish we don't have time to play the video of the sheriff that's lodging an investigation against DeSantis in Florida.
That guy.
The investigation.
Bexar County.
In, I think it's Bexar County, right? I think that's how they pronounce it.
Oh, is that right?
I think that's
I've never heard it pronounced.
I think he says it. He called it, because I heard him say in Bexar County.
Wait, what is it, Rob? What is it? Is it Bear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's spelled with an X, so it's Bexar. Okay. Until this guy gets out of office, it's Bexar.
You don't get to use the X if you're not gonna pronounce it.
Thank you. What's it doing there?
I mean, the X gets its chance. It's like, yes, I'm in a word. Wait, what? I'm silent?
No, it's silent.
The
yeah,
heck?
Silent.
No,
I know.
I'm an
I
X.
know. I thought we had a thing called the internet. No? Never. The X is silent. So anyway, Governor DeSantis is under investigation. So it gets better and better.
Then investigate Joe Biden for doing the same thing only 70 times.
Okay.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.